Hello everyone, Sheik here with another Transformers review, and today I will be reviewing the Transformers 1 Studio Series 112 Optimus Prime, and boy is he pretty cool. Although I still don't have an Orion PAX, I really want to get an Orion PAX because I have so many Optimus Primes, I just want an Orion PAX, but he is really cool. I do like most of the things about him. There's a couple of quibbles I have, but other than that, I think he's really cool. And I still need to get Megatron at some point, but I don't know if they're doing a deluxe one. I think they're just doing a leader class one to go with their leader class Optimus Prime that I still haven't, that like sold out instantly. Well, anyway, here he is, of course, and lovely backdrop. And he's so cool. I mean, I think he's I mean that they even gave him a matrix, like that's so cool, and that he can actually hold the matrix. Granted, it's just little tabs in his hands, but still, that is much better. Like, I mean, I think the last deluxe Optimus Prime that had a matrix, it wasn't even removable; it was just like molded in. But I mean, that's so cool. And then he has an Energon axe, which I think is really cool. Although there is tabs on the sides that do make it look a little wonky. But if you don't care about storage for robot mode or vehicle mode, you can just cut those off, I'm sure. My biggest gripe that you just probably saw is that this thing will not stay in place in robot mode. It's supposed to tab under the roof right there, but it just will not stay. I mean, I suppose you could maybe see if it will tab where it normally, yeah, it's just, this is a vehicle mode gun accessory thing. I think it's, I'm assuming that it's where he turns into, because that just looks like the bumper, focus. That's like the front bumper, and I think those are supposed to be two guns that pop out or something. So I mean, if you don't really care about the weapon accessory, just do it like G1, just only have it on in vehicle mode, because I think it looks better without it on there anyway, because it is some extra kibble. Of course, this can go on the back like that. It doesn't stay on too great, but man, I like this guy a lot. I just, like I said, I really want Orion PAX though. Of course, like I said, that opens up. Head is on a ball joint. You can do a full 360, although it is a bit weird. It's on the back of his head, so it mainly for transformation, but he does look up really far, which is nice. I do love the detail on his head, like the light blue for the eyes, and the faceplate is a little more dynamic. It looks really cool. Just love all the the design. He's not super detailed as far as color and paint is concerned, but just that pattern, it looks so cool. I really do like that. The back also looks pretty cool. There's not too much of a backpack going on, which I think is nice. The smokestacks do come off separately in the packaging. They just peg on, but they stay in there really nicely. Arms can go out that far. Can sort of do a full 360, but it's a little tough to do because of all the stuff that's in there, I guess. Oh, I mean, I guess you could say kibble. He does have bicep rotation, and then he does have about 90 degree bent at the elbow, wrist rotation, waist rotation, but it's closer to his chest, and that's more for transformation, but he does kind of have it. He can go, legs can go forward that far, back about that far on a nice stiff ball joint. He can almost do the full splits, but not quite. And then you get a little over 90 degree bend at the knee, and then I guess you get knee yeah, it's pretty much knee rotation there. And then you do get quite a bit of ankle tiltage, which is also on a nice sturdy metal pin. There's a lot of pins on this guy. He's just awesome, like pin even on the elbow, which is really, really nice. Like, anyway, the other gripe I do have is that the hips waist thing right here, it tends to pop off a little bit if you're not careful. But that's pretty much it for the robot mode. And here we have all of them in their robot modes together, and I think they actually look pretty cool together, although he stands out just a little bit because, you know, he's not quite in scale with the rest of the deluxes. I hope these guys are in scale. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, that's it for that. So that's about it for robot mode. So it's time for transformation. And here we have Optimus Prime in his truck, Cybertron truck mode. And I guess he's kind of cool. These guns seem almost redundant considering that, I mean, these might be meant to be smokestacks or exhaust pipes, whatever. But, I mean, it looks pretty cool. And I guess you could rotate them around if you want, but it just seems a little extra right there. So, I mean, if I were to lose that or whatever, I wouldn't really think it's that big of a deal. But I do like the storage right there for the Energon axe. Although, it's like, since it's an Energon axe, realistically, I don't think he'd really be using it. Like, if he's not using it, wouldn't be, it just, you know, disappear. Because, you know, it's like made of Energon and all that. I think the truck mode is pretty cool, especially, you know, Cybertronian. You don't really have to worry about, like, oh, he's supposed to look like a truck. Although he does kind of look like a truck. I mean, that is kind of the whole point. But he's not trying to disguise himself, really. He's just like, oh, that's just his alt mode. So, being able to see his arms and hands and all that, and pretty much all the robot mode stuff for the most part, like, that doesn't really bother me that much because, you know, he's not trying to disguise himself. He's just, you know, he does his job kind of thing. I will say, though, the frustrating thing is getting these to stay in place and getting everything lined up just right because of how stiff the ball joints are. It's just a little bit problematic, but I think it's an interesting truck mode. Think it's a pretty cool character design, and I really definitely look forward to seeing him in the movies. And here we have them all together in their vehicle modes, just to see what they all look like together. All the Transformers 1 figures, with the exception of the mask, because the mask is silly. Anyway, if you like this review of Transformers 1 Studio Series 112 Optimus Prime and would like to see more, please click that like and subscribe button to see more. And until next time, have a good one, everyone.